Hey everyone, welcome back. I am Jen Sorensen and we have another fantastic Pixar soap series video for you today. Now, for those of you that know me, by now you know that I love to cook. So obviously I had to do a nod to Ratatouille. But how do you do a nod to Ratatouille? He's a rat. I mean, the same way you do it for Mickey Mouse. Why not? So let's jump in, see how I did this interpretation, and we'll come back here and check out the finished product. All right, I think I start every single video with, all right, ready to make some soap or something similar to that. You'll notice that my lye water here is a little bit white. And that is because I added titanium dioxide to the entire batch because in addition to adding some activated charcoal, I want it to be gray, not black. So I figured I would add titanium dioxide to the entire batch. Let us blend this up. The only problem with titanium dioxide being added to the entire batch is that it hardens up a little bit more. So that may mean the top ends up becoming in the pot swirl, but I'm okay with that for right now. We've got our containers here that we're going to divide off. All right. Looks like pudding to me right now. All right, that is fantastic. I'm gonna move these off to the side here. And for the fragrance, I thought I would do white tea and ginger, which is like this super white fragrance oil. It kind of smells a little masculine, but fruity at the same time. So I'm gonna add that and a little bit of activated charcoal. I'm gonna save most of it for the top portion because I want this to be a nice light gray. And let's give this a blend up and see what it looks like. I like it. Do I want any more? Ooh, that smells nice. Just a touch more. Then the rest is gonna go on top because we want Remy to look pretty good because I haven't mentioned that during the actual filming of this soap, but we're making Remy. I probably mentioned that in the intro. But I filmed the intro and outro much later to these because I want to add that context. I want to, talk about what happens, what goes right, what goes wrong, what changes within the soap, any context, all of that. So that's kind of why I approach these videos the way I do. I also want to scrape down the sides here. Make sure I get everything incorporated. I'm going to scrape down the sides in here. Try and get this V because that's tricky. Yeah, this has a really nice, it's really hard to describe. Like I'm smelling it and I get the tea and ginger piece, but it smells more sophisticated than that. Like it's hard to describe it. That pours nicely. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to harden up pretty good. I don't know why I think I can try and scrape this out with my left hand because I can't. So we're swapping and we're gonna scrape this container out nice and good. I have to say, as someone who loves to cook, I always go down a rabbit's hole when I'm scraping out the containers because I'm not doing a whole lot and I can chat with you guys when I do that. I love to cook. So to me, Ratatouille and seeing someone discover their ability to cook, learn about the kitchen, ways to do things in the kitchen itself, like all of that stuff resonates with me. The rat piece is another story, but we won't go there. The other thing I've always wondered, and again, getting all philosophical with you right now, is, have Remy and Mickey ever met? Like, what would happen if a mouse, the mouse, and a rat met? Like, have you guys thought about that? Is that what keeps you up at night the way that it keeps me up? All right, we have our top, and yes, get a lot more of that activated charcoal in here because we want the top to be darker brown. Like, what would happen if Mickey or Minnie and Remy met? What would happen? Put down in the comments below what you think would happen if Remy and Mickey and Minnie met. Do you think you'd be like, hey, my people, because they're similar? This is rose gold mica, because this is for the ears. Got a nice little amount here. And again, remember, I've got titanium dioxide in the entire batch. So this is going to make a really nice soft pink, which I am super excited about. I may need to blend some of this up. We'll see. We shall see. Ooh, that is a really pretty pink. I like that. I need to add some fragrance oil to it. Then we will add the rest in here. There we go. Yeah, I like that pink. It's just very soft. That would be, it's a good like baby girl pink here. Okay. Let's keep stirring this. I don't want any of the mica. See, I see a little bit. I typically disperse my mica in olive oil first, but I didn't for some reason this time around. I don't know why. All right, I want to go back. What would happen if Mickey and Remy met? Let's think about this for a second. Let's think about what might happen. Do we think they would be shocked? Do we think that they would get along? Like, I'm genuinely thinking about this as we go because I don't know the answer to that. Like, that would be fascinating. All right, I think I do need to give these a little bit of a blend just because it seems a little bit chalky with the pigments in here, and I want to make sure to get them really well blended. That's still firming up a touch. So let me tap that down. Scrape this up. This is my first time using this fragrance oil, so you never quite know. A few air bubbles in there. That's a problem with the big blender little container. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was trying to find a really good kind of food scent for this soap. And it's really hard. I tried doing a baguette style soap for Belle. Marie, the baguette. Like, I was trying to do that and it rised, it curdled, it just did not turn out well at all. So then I thought this white tea and ginger would be good. It's a little bit masculine. It's foodie in a way. All right, we're still setting up a little bit here, which is good that this is behaving so well. And it will also give the air bubbles a little bit of time to get out here, kind of tap this out. Let me wait a few minutes here to let this harden up the base, and then we will pour it. I'm really liking how I've got just a subtle contrast between the light gray and the medium gray here to match Remy. I think that's going to work out really, really well. But I think I need to wait just a little bit longer for this bottom to set up. So we'll come back in a second here to do this pour. All right, I was able to get a few dishes in there like I like to do when it comes time to kind of set. So This pink is setting up a little bit more than I would like, which means in the pot swirl. I do enjoy some in the pot swirls, and I like it when it comes to fur-like texture, hair-like texture, all of that. So let us just kind of pour this in here. Oh, I like that contrast. See that contrast? I like that. All right, let's scrape all of this soap out. And actually, I'm going to leave this little bit in to help with the top, because I want to add a little bit of color to the top there. I will take my bowl in my one hand and my spatula in the other, and let us do a good pour. Spatula is just to help break the fall here. There we go. Look at how like fluffy that looks. Love it. This is technically called flooding. It's all about flooding the mold. I'm gonna change hands again, and let me scrape out this container. I gotta get all that good stuff out. I'd say without muddying it up, but it's already gray and all of that. So we'll get this out. Then we're gonna put on whatever's left of this pink here, do a little swirl, and then we will come back tomorrow to cut this open. All right, I gotta get as much as I possibly can out. All right, that's pretty darn good. Can't really get too much more out of there. And then last but not least, let us get a little bit of this pink, and I'm just gonna kind of drizzle it. How's that looking? There we go. Excellent. There's zero rhyme or reason to this. I'm drizzling it and just kind of, actually maybe there is a rhyme or reason because I'm not clumping it all together. Scattering this all over so that I can get some random swirls when I swirl this together. All right, how is this looking? Excellent. I think this is almost everything. It takes a lot of effort to get absolutely everything out of these containers, but it's worth it. I mean, that's pretty darn good too. It's like, can't really get much more out. I could, but I would spend an eternity trying to do so. All right, let us swirl the top here. I love how this just gives it a marbled look. Just so pretty. And with this, because there are all these like thin lines, it gives it such a nice wispy, almost like whisker-like feel to it. And then we will finish this off with a little bit of rubbing alcohol, just to help prevent some soda ash, although actually probably wouldn't look bad on this. And then finally, I gotta clean up these edges. I gotta do that and this side. All right, I'm gonna photograph this because if you haven't been able to tell by now, my sister told me that she thinks that I needed to not show the cut soap when I do the thumbnails for the videos. So I'm photographing the top of the loaf so that you get to guess what it looks like, unless you've been to the shop and seen it already listed there. All right, we'll come back tomorrow and cut into this and see what it looks like, but I hope you stick around to see, because I'm really curious to see how these grays shift. If they darken, if they lighten, if they look too similar, we'll find out. And I'm also curious to see what this white tea and ginger type ends up being like. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. This did not turn out, at least just from looking at this, how I envisioned. Like, it's so soft and subtle, which honestly, Like, I am loving how these colors are looking just on the outside. So let's cut into this and see what it looks like on the inside. We'll do a thin slice here. Hide that. No, I don't want to see it. And when I do that, I'm not looking to see what I just cut. I like to be surprised, just like you. This cuts like a dream. It's only been a day. Ooh. Okay, I'm trying to get this diva light here that I've got with my phone is not, let's pull it back. There we go. Yeah, my kitchen lighting is horrible. So I have some lighting going on and it doesn't always capture the color properly. So this is where the outro video is going to be really important. Yeah, this is such a pretty color. Trying to see like, yeah, I think if I do that, it looks pretty close to it. And look at that like feathering to it. You know, this is now making me want to do a Dumbo soap. I don't know when I would do that, but now I want to do more with gray. Like, oh my goodness. And the tops. Yeah, that looks good. This has so it is white tea and ginger type. And what I've discovered is that type always seems to mean that it's a dupe of something. And I'm smelling this right now. It definitely has a little bit of a perfumey scent to it. I'm gonna have to look it up before I close this out, or I'll put it in the text here, what it's a dupe for, but it has kind of a cologne perfumey scent to it. It just smells really nice. Like I don't know, this entire soap, I am really pleasantly surprised with. Like these colors would be beautiful in a modern bathroom with the grays. I'm all about the grays and blues in my house. I have gray or blue walls everywhere, except for my gym, which has the brown and white stripe, but I just call that kind of like a rose gold. But this would be beautiful in a modern bathroom somewhere. Like it just, I don't know. There's something about this soap that I am shocked about. I am definitely going to have to check in with you to let you know what the dupe is for this and how this scent holds up and how these colors shift and change. So stick around and I will clue you in because I am blown away and baffled. All right, this is fantastic. Like just like the grays. At first I was like, who's gonna want a gray soap? And then I thought to myself, girl, you have 2 gray bathrooms. I would want a gray soap. So here we have a gray soap. And this, I don't like, this to me reminds me of several different characters, but I can't totally pinpoint exactly who this makes me think of. The grays make me want to do a Dumbo. I just see a lot, like, I can see a lot in this. So let me know who else you think this could actually be an interpretation of, because I think there's a lot of opportunities here. And this white tea and ginger just smells, it's got a little bit of that perfumey, foodie scent to it, like that perfumey beverage. And I really like it. Like, it's really hard for me to describe. You may just have to check this out and see what you think for yourself, because there's just something really lovely about this. I want to know though, do you love to cook? And if so, what is your favorite thing to cook? Let me know down in the comments. And I will let you guys know on my Instagram at @SeacoastSuds when this is in the shop. So be sure to check me out there. Otherwise, I will see you guys real soon right back here. Remember, get out there, create something beautiful, and have a fantastic day.